Press it too early. Look, stop. It's not. Can I? Thank you. I got you. Don't start.
Be quiet.
Don't point at me neither.
Not professional.
You are now tuned into Mixstation Radio Live. The views and the opinions of the guests and the hosts you hear on Mixstation Radio Live are not necessarily those of the staff and the management of Mixstation Radio Live, its sponsors, or advertisers.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Royale Urban Media. It's your girl, Cortese, and your guy,
Chris.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another Freestyle Friday. I don't know if y'all caught that, but Chris was just trying to get on my nerves a little bit and be unprofessional.
No, what I was doing actually.
No.
Look.
No.
What was it? Rush Hour 1? They had at the end of the movie, what's it called when you have like they show
bloopers?
Yeah,
bloopers are fine.
We got bloopers.
Bloopers are fine, but now we're live.
We were just making bloopers. That's all.
At the end of the show, okay?
No, not at the end.
At the end.
Some of the bloopers are from like when they was making the film.
Okay, and that's fine, Inspector Gadget. But right now, we're live. What's up, y'all?
You got a name for everything.
How was y'all week? What's going on? Oh! Before we get started, I just want to shout out my friend Tavon Alford on Facebook. Y'all, he told me about this seafood joint that's on Ricestown Road.
What's it called?
This is seafood.
This is seafood.
This is seafood. Yeah. So it was like crab legs. He had just the right amount of Old Bay on it. He had the shrimp. Chris can't have shrimp, but yeah, he said he was gonna look out for me. So I really appreciate him, and I told him I was gonna shout him out. So here we go. But go ahead. How was your week, Chris?
It was pretty good. Glad it's over. Not really.
Glad it's over.
Next week. No. Glad it's over.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Looking forward to next week.
Anything special going on next week? Stop trying to talk all sexy and cute. Speak up.
I'm trying to think. I got an extra day off.
You got an extra day off?
Yeah. No, it's not.
Okay.
I mean,
that's what's up.
Yeah. How was your week?
Long.
No.
Very long.
I just keep hearing people complain about they tired, they had a long week. What you do? Why was your week so long?
Do you know what I do for a living?
Yeah, I know what you do.
Okay. Do you know how many businesses I'm trying to run here? Do you know I have a kid? I am always tired. I'm always busy. Why? God dang.
You better get your stuff
Don't
together.
judge me. Don't judge me, okay? Yeah. Look, let's start this off. I have a question.
What's going on?
Oh, Mr. Will, I'm so sorry your son is here.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, Jeremiah. I'm sorry. Because of my question, you know how we all run to wrong room.
He fine.
I just want to know, do you guys think that it's okay to walk around nude around your children? Parents, do you think it's okay to walk around nude with your children in the living room, in the kitchen, coming up the bathroom, guns blazing? What's up? How do you feel about that?
You know, everybody is different, and I think that's inappropriate, but
everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me. What's the?
Really?
I get divorced for that.
Really?
Golly, he said a divorce. All right.
Wait a minute. So, Mr. Wilbur, your wife cannot walk around the house naked around your children?
No.
I just
okay.
Let me ask you.
She was naked when she had them kids.
But not when they get grown. They growing up.
Okay. So that brings me to my next one. What's grown? What's like is over 5? Like that's okay? Like,
No. From the beginning. No. From the beginning.
So once
they know they can see everything. That's it.
So 1 year old.
If they know what a boob is,
they not gonna ooh booby. They not gonna be like that.
So I should show up and say, ooh. I seen the dude on what's name do that on Facebook. He would teach his kids what they need to know, but nah, I ain't doing that.
Yo, can I say something though? So on a serious note,
He ain't playing about that either.
Yo, that's funny. What is the reason? Let's start here. For the people who think that it's okay, because why do you think that's okay?
Listen, okay, and this is my honest opinion, guys. Like, and I know I'm in a room full of dudes, so let me just go ahead and brace myself right now.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Okay. I honestly feel like it depends on the parent and what you're teaching your child. If you're a parent that's like, no, you can't be naked, no, you can't be doing this, you can't do that, and making them feel uncomfortable about who they are, then okay, it's probably best that you don't walk around your children like that. But keep in mind, you guys go to the beach, there's so much crap that's going on TV. You know, people walk around the city in undergarments. You know, it's better to prepare your children now than to wait for somebody on the street or for them to start getting curious and they finding answers and little activities to do behind your back. Like, so, you walking around without any clothes on. Like, we came into this world naked, okay? Like, what?
Can I ask you, so what does that have to do with being home naked all the time?
Ain't nobody saying being home naked all the time, but like it shouldn't be like a, oh my god, I just saw mommy with no shirt on. Oh my god, daddy head. Like it shouldn't be nothing crazy like that. Like,
well, I don't. Maybe I don't understand the question because that's not what I was thinking.
Of course not, Chris.
Or interpreting.
Of course,
but I
not.
feel like, you know, if you home, a mom should not be home naked with her son.
Now, what if she don't have a bra on and she has a shirt on but she don't have a bra on?
I think that's a little bit different, but it's still.
What about a dad walking around in his briefs, like no beater on, no shorts, just briefs?
Is he getting dressed to go to church or something? Like, why do we need to know that daddy's walking around with his? No,
he comfortable.
That's not in my household. No.
And sorry. Why do you feel like that?
I just
no reason.
Honestly, I didn't grow up like that. Like you know, if you seen your people's naked, like, you know, it was because we was getting dressed. Like, I ain't come home and my father was sitting on the sofa with his drawers on. Like, that's just not what we did.
Okay, everybody's different.
He got some shorts on, or, you know. Mm-hmm. I ain't come out my room with just some drawers on.
Did your dad ever walk around with no shirt on?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Yeah, some guys that walk outside with no shirt on. They might not even be playing a sport. Okay, Mr. Wood was not a fan of that, y'all. He's not a fan of that. That's okay, Chris. Now you was all like guns blazing about everything.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I need to really think about this because
ooh, so, he had to take a step back.
When I was coming up, I did walk around with no shirt on,
mm-hmm.
but in a sense that I don't even know how to explain it. I don't think it's the same personally. Women have breasts. Like, most men, well, you know, when
some men got breasts too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, but I ain't want to say it. Yo, chill.
I am delivered. I'm sorry. And there's no offense. I'm just speaking truth, guys.
Look, all right, so what I'm saying is, though, I think it's different.
Chris
I just think
is
it's
stuck.
different. No, because I really think it's different.
That's fine.
And it is. Now that you say it like that, I feel like I'm on the spot now.
Nah, don't feel like that. We just being honest and like, you know, we gotta keep an open mind and keep in mind our viewers, our audience, you know, that's watching too, that may not have seen things the way I said it, and they needed to hear that question, or maybe the people who saw it my way need to hear it.
When I was a little bit more toned, I would have did it. Now,
okay, so it's an insecurity. And that's okay.
No, I'm not even gonna say it like that because like if I had a woman living in my house with me and I had a son or a daughter,
so she
whatever,
can't walk around in her panties.
No, it's not happening.
She can't walk around her panties.
No.
Okay. Just
if it's just us home, yeah, but
you like she better.
I ain't say all that. You doing too much. Look, yo, you see what she?
I'm sorry. My bad. Go ahead.
Look, it's a time and a place for everything, and I just don't.
And home is the place to be naked. Duh.
Not if you have a child. No. Look, now we got.
Y'all. Own y'all gender. Own what you have. Own being home. Own being home. I like that. But
no, because when we discuss this, look, there's layers to nakedness. Mm-hmm. All right, so I guess what I'm thinking is like free ball and nothing on, like bare nakedness. That's an absolute no to me. You talk about panties, that really to me is still a no. Somebody, can you put like a robe on or something? Like, can
you put a robe on or something?
I'm just not. No, I'm not with that, yo.
All right, and you entitled.
If you got kids, no, you gotta be covered up.
It's okay. Hey, yo, shout out to my Anquan boat in Jersey. I'm sorry, y'all.
Wow.
81, okay, classic. Thank you, Daddy. Okay. Who you got on?
Lamar, you know it's official.
Oh, you say you know it's official.
MVP 2019.
Oh,
let them hear it. Let them know.
You let us hard.
What you mean?
Oh, it's not official.
She just.
I'm just joking.
First off,
just joking.
You got a Reeboks Ravens jersey on.
It's a classic. Ow. Okay. My next question. Sorry about that. Is it okay for your friends to hug your significant other? I said I'm 50-50 with it. Is it okay for your friends to hug your significant other?
Yo, where is she coming up with these questions from? That's what I want to know.
It's okay for my friends.
Yes.
To hug my significant other.
Yeah, your guy friends. Can they just, hey, what's up, Wilbur? Let me, like,
well, no,
hey, I said I'm 50-50.
Right,
okay, this is why I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50 because... number one, you don't really know your friends' intentions. They're your friends, and they're not going to come out and tell you if they find your significant other attractive or whatever it may be, but at the same time, you guys should know each other well enough to feel comfortable enough to talk about that type of thing, or just trust that, hey, they're not trying to get at your man's or your girl.
Hold on.
But I say 50-50 because I am a hugger. So I can't really be upset about that. But Chris tried to cut me off.
I'm sorry.
And I want to hear what he got to say.
Immediately, and I stopped myself. I apologize. I wasn't trying to cut you off. But
it's
let me,
okay.
Mr.
That's
Wilbur,
why I said write it down.
Hold up, Mr. Wilbur. You said no. It's not okay.
No, it's not okay.
Okay. He does that.
That's a real talk show host. We got the CEO Marcus in the house, Big Nick in the house, Big Nick out, the real producer,
the real CEO. Listen,
I cannot with these guys.
So
Chris started this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I did not start it. Mr. Wilbur started. I finished it.
Yeah, you get some for that.
No,
I am hold on, wait a minute. Hold just 1 minute.
Listen. So for me personally, I don't care if you hug my girl, because I feel like if she's my girl, it don't matter what you got going on in your head or what you think you about to have going on. That's my girl, and she's not about to allow whatever you got going on happening. Mm-hmm. Whatever your intentions are. Like I just feel like personally, it takes two. So I don't have to have a problem with it, because if you allow something to happen or you ain't tell me something happened, then it's on you.
So how would you feel if, like, after, and you know how I am my questions, okay? My mind
go
is
ahead.
going off. Okay, so after they hug this one time, right? Mm-hmm. And she she liking his cologne. Like, she liked the way he just grabbed her just now. Like, would you want her to tell you, okay, I felt a little something after we just hugged, or
that's
what?
not your girl.
Wow.
Because your mind ain't even in that place for you to like something.
But her mind wasn't in that place.
Don't matter.
No, her mind wasn't in that place.
That's not your girl.
Oh, she's human.
I'm not no fool. That's not your girl. I'm just telling you like it is, yo. That's
It's
not
funny.
your girl.
Okay, that's how you feel.
Look, it wouldn't be my girl.
Ooh!
She could tell me that, but that's like, you know, after that, that's the end of that.
Really?
Yeah, like this serious.
Okay.
Cause let me. You should be able to give somebody a hug and not have all those feelings. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Mark? You know what I'm saying? He trying to focus on the computer. Real talk though. If you're greeting somebody, it's appropriate. That's how people greet each other. You know, it's 2020. But if you greet somebody and after you greet them, you liked how they grabbed you, the fact that you was paying attention to all that, that's a problem. That means you ain't focused on me.
Okay,
and
so
if you ain't focused on me,
all right,
you're not my girl.
So let's just say that the hug made her feel uncomfortable.
So then obviously you don't hug them no more.
Just don't hug him no more.
Shake hands or tap your head, you know,
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Just asking.
Chuck a deuce.
Oh, we shouldn't be hugging right now. It's COVID. Okay.
And
This big station, baby.
And the other part of that too is if you feel uncomfortable by it, because a lot of times what happens is it's not just that you feel uncomfortable. You feel uncomfortable and they pressing you to hug you. When that happens, now you know there's something going on, because why are you so pressed for this hug?
Okay.
Just saying.
You said what you said.
Yeah, no, I just feel like you don't have to. I don't want to call it being insecure, but I wouldn't have a problem with nobody hugging my girl, because if it's my girl, then that don't matter. Nothing's gonna happen from a hug.
Okay. You feeling good about that answer, huh?
Oh, that's just me. That's just me.
Oh, that's... All right, I got a question.
What's up?
Are you close with your grandparents?
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about calling my grandparents today, and I didn't. I should have.
What is wrong with you?
So sorry. Yeah, sorry, Pop and Granny, if y'all saying this. I should have called.
Sorry,
Well, no.
Pop and Granny.
So honestly, I spoke to, you know, Pop's birthday was the 20.
Happy birthday, Pop.
28th was Pop's birthday.
Okay.
So I called them, but they was having the cabinets installed.
Oh, shucks.
So, you know, when that happened, I only got 2 seconds on the phone. You know, you can't talk to Granny for real. If you ain't talking politics or like something to do with fabric or making something,
Yo said
Granny
fabric.
you're not gonna get no conversation out of Granny. I'm just telling you some real stuff. She gonna say, "Hey baby, how you doing?" All right, now bye now. That's it. Yo, that's all you get.
What?
I'm dead serious. Look, she'll tell you she love you. That's it. Look, seriously. And Papa talk to you about pretty much anything, but Granny, you ain't gonna get on the phone. So, you know, when I called, phone rang, whatever, she picks up the phone, and I already knew she was, before she even got through, you know, the greeting, she was ready to pass the phone off to my grandfather. Which I'm like, golly, Granny, I ain't talking to you.
Can you ask me about my day?
Exactly. No, but I already know. I ain't even feel no type of way about it. It's like, that's Granny. Like,
It's all good. Don't worry about that.
but I think I'm real close to my grandparents. I mean,
That's good. I was just about to ask you that.
my younger years, I spent a ton of time at my grandparents' house, so I'm definitely, I'm
A
close
ton
to
of time because your parents worked a lot, or because
I
that's
mean,
just where
like,
you wanted to be? They was really involved with their grandchildren.
Probably part of it was work, part of it was my parents taking vacations or
That's
whatever
what's up.
they had going on. I don't really remember. I was young.
Yeah.
So I was like 3, 4, 5, but I do remember spending like a week here or however long with my grandparents.
That's awesome, Chris.
Yeah, we watch little Disney movies and eat Hot Pockets, and the little my grandfather used to help out with this food ministry. So he would bring home these little chicken wings or whatever we used to eat. And yeah, I mean, we spent a ton of time with him. My grandfather is a handyman, so he fixed anything, a car, anything in the house. I've seen my dad and my grandfather build a car from scratch.
Wow.
Like everything and put it all together.
Wow.
So like you learn a lot when you hang around with Pop. And then he had an in-ground pool. They used to live in Pasadena.
Wow.
So like, you learn a lot. If you went to Pop and Granny house, you was gonna learn something.
That's what's up.
So yeah, but I spent a ton of time with them.
That's important.
Yeah.
Okay, how would you feel if your grandparents didn't like you?
I know where this is going.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Being as though we have the relationship that we have and the history that we have, I'm pretty obviously I would definitely feel some type of way. I mean, sometimes I'd be a little sensitive because, all right, so I'm not going to tell y'all this, but I have a nickname from my grandmother that, my family knows, and I'm not going to call myself the favorite, but, for a long time, I was the youngest grandchild.
Wow.
So, I pretty much got any and everything I wanted. I was really spoiled. And, as I got older and, when I became a man, that the relationship wasn't different, but, like, the spoiled treatment was not the same. And I low-key feel some type of way about that. So,
man up.
I know I had to, right? But I know, my relationship with them would be different if they did not like me. Like that's crazy. I can't even imagine what that's like because my grandparents just not like that. Like we've never even had a disagreement to the point where we've been at odds not talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I've never had that with them. I've had that with my mom and my dad, but never them.
Wow.
So
you're very fortunate to be able to say that.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Cortez? How was your childhood with your grandparents? Were you close to them?
Not all of them. Nope.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
What happened?
Oh, God. I really don't even know. I can't even tell you.
Well, when did you notice?
That my grandparents had a problem with me? Is that what you're asking?
Oh, okay. So they had a problem with you.
No. I have not been close like that with my grandparents, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
My granddad on my mom's side lives in Nebraska. My grandmother on my mom's side that is here. We weren't always close, but we have a really great relationship now. My granddad on my father's side passed away a few years ago.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's okay. When I found out he was a police officer, I was like, yo, that is dope. Like, oh my God. And my grandmother on my father's side, we're not close at all. At all.
Why is that?
Rum TV Raw and Real.
This big station, baby.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want her or anyone to feel like I'm being disrespectful. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like we don't see eye to eye. And I guess I'm going to be mature and say we never came to the point where we just got to know each other and really understand where each other's coming from.
Let me ask you this. How long has this been going on? Because in my understanding, your grandmother's significantly older than you. So if she was around to watch you grow up, she knows you better than you can know her because she watched you grow up from somebody that you didn't even know yourself to becoming the woman that you are today.
Well, I didn't really have that opportunity like you had. That's why I was just so fascinated and, intrigued with your conversation. Like, I never had that. I never been around my grandparents like that. Absolutely. So when you hear certain things that, you done did or you done said growing up, and they just form their opinion instead of taking the time out to be like, okay, what's going on? Like, what's really troubling you, It kind of draws a wedge, and then
I can see
make
that,
things weird.
Just thinking about it from the complete opposite end of the spectrum, I could see that because my grandparents on my mom's side, my grandfather passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. But so I have two grandmothers on my mother's side, her stepmother and my biological grandmother, who, you know, as a child, kids don't count and say, okay, I got one grandma, and one grandpa on dad's side, and one grandma. So I, you know, growing up, I never thought about them. Was like, why do I have two grandmothers? It just, you know, eventually I figured it out, and then, you know, you start to ask questions and figure it out. But anyway, my grandmother, both of them on my mom's side are, I personally feel like equally as close to me. I can kind of see exactly what you're talking about because I've experienced different things just throughout my life to say that I could see that, you know, that time and that distance could make those things very difficult, very sticky conversations and situations just based on your lack of knowledge. But that's where I feel like, you know, something I learned when I was probably 14 or 15 years old. I'm not going to say where I learned it, but communication is the key to every relationship, no matter if it's your brother, your sister, your mother, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your homeboy, your coworker, your boss, whatever the case may be. The communication is the key to the relationship. So
I agree. I strongly agree.
When you can communicate, but then also be a good listener and interpret the things that the person communicating with you is saying to you, then you can come to a place where now you have something called understanding. And that is going to be just extremely beneficial to the relationship no matter what, because whether you come to an understanding and you don't like it, or you come to an understanding and you do like it, once you have that understanding, you know what to look forward to in the future. So I don't know if you have an opportunity. Well, I'm sure you do, but I don't know if you're willing to take advantage of that opportunity to have that communication with her. Because it's important for both of you, and your spirits and your righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So, if I were you, I would take advantage of the opportunity. And remember,
but if you tried, I mean, it's only but so much that you can do.
And remember that our God is merciful, and He never gives up on us. So we should not give up on each other.
I don't think it's necessarily giving up, but if you already expressed to this loved one or this friend or whomever that you're there and that you love them no matter what, and they just still want to keep their distance and they don't want to have anything to do with you, yeah, you can't force it.
No,
you know?
I'm not saying force it. But when that opportunity presents itself, then you accept their opportunity. You had a conversation. We do not have to allow our hearts to be stone or cold.
A hardened heart, right?
Right. So, I'm really sorry that you had to grow up that way.
I always want to know how people. How was you with your grandparents? How was you? I think it's so cool to know, because I heard that when you actually spend time with your grandparents, you learn so much from them.
I do,
and I feel like I missed out on that.
So that's exactly why I got called Pop and Granny when I get off here, because I hate to do this, but when you think about how much time you have left with them, it scares me because I know how much I learned from them. I know the things something happened with my car one time, and of course I called my dad. I called people that I would normally call when I need help in a situation of something I did not know. But when I called my grandparents, it was like dad had the definition of the word, but they had the whole dictionary. You know what I'm saying? They had everything. I was like, oh, we gonna skip that next time. Just call y'all.
Where do you think he got it from?
And that's no slight on my dad, but grandparents, man, they teach you so much. And when I call them and when I talk to them, every time I talk to him, I be low key. I don't even tell him I be doing it. I be recording conversations I be having with them just so when they are beautiful. That I have it and I can go back and listen to it and remember, because
I'm jealous.
The time that you I spend with them is invaluable to me. and I just know that when it, my bad, when it does, and I'm not looking forward to it, but that's I can't even. That's crazy. Like, I don't even want to talk about that. I don't even want to think about that.
I understand. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
but I'm sorry to even have to take you there. I just wanted to know. A lot of people do have to know, you know, like there's a lot of people who are not close. And it's sad. Mm-hmm. You know, I was just putting on Facebook. Well, I just put on Facebook the other day. Like, it's really sad how many families have fallen apart. You know, that's not close anymore. Like, that's just. It's sad. It's a sad thing, but
you know what? It is sad, and I just wish everybody would just remember that life is a series of moments. You go through plenty of moments that you are angry with somebody. You're gonna go through plenty of moments that you are happy with them. Mm-hmm. So we just had to take it for what it is and allow those moments, once they end, whatever feelings you had, whether you was happy or sad or angry or whatever you were feeling, let it be what it is, let it go, and move on to the next moment, because the next moment is coming. Whether you're looking forward to it or not, it's coming. This is crazy. This is too deep.
All right, wake up now, Christopher.
I don't even know how to. Can we? All right. I want to talk about this.
Okay.
So, kind of spinning off of what we talk about now. Mm-hmm. Why do people think that, or why do people make it seem like it's a bad thing that you had, you know, both your parents or both your grandparents, or, you know, why did that like instill slight in someone? They call it like, you know, you had the silver spoon because you didn't have it as bad as them.
If you did or you didn't have them,
you know, so for somebody like, okay, and I'm not using you as an example, I'm just picking on you. So you did not do this, but let's say like, you know, you are excited and happy because I had both my grandparents. I was able to have a childhood with all of my grandparents. My grandparents on my mom's side too.
Yeah.
But there are people who, when they hear, you know, somebody else's life was full of whatever it was, why does it build slight? Like, I think that, and this happens it happens everywhere, but you hear it and it's kind of like, yo, why would you want somebody to have to go through something sad or terrible or crazy? Yeah, it might make you stronger, it might make you tougher, make you better. But why do we use it as a way to down somebody? You never hear somebody say, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, I got so many homeboys that I thank God that I have my mom still, but I have so many homeboys who have lost their mom, right? Mm-hmm. And they're not somebody I'm talking about slighting me. Yeah. But like, I'm just using that as an example. Like, you would be somebody that have lost something at an early age, and if you want to describe like the struggle that you've been through, you use that to say that your life was so much worse than theirs because you lost your mom. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times when people compare stuff or when they telling the story, it's like this one thing is so bad that no matter what you've been through, I've been through worse. It's probably a really bad example, and I'm sorry, but I'm more specific to. Okay, we was having a conversation the other day. You and I were having a conversation the other day about Baltimore and how when you go out of state or out of the city, people hear that you're from Baltimore and they be like so shocked or impressed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like, it's like, to a certain extent, a lot of people from Baltimore like that type of attention because it's like, yeah, I'm from Baltimore. Like, but if to somebody else is from Baltimore, we're gonna be looking at you like, so, okay, so you from the same place I'm from? Yeah, like, you ain't tough, like, you know what I mean? But like, to somebody that's not from Baltimore, you know, a lot of them be like, yo, like, how did you make it? You know, like, you don't get that.
I don't never receive it like that.
Wow, no.
I just be thinking they think I'm from a cool little city.
No, they think that you've been through some stuff. If you go out of town, you tell somebody
because
you're from
that's
Baltimore.
the perception that's on our hometown. That's what it is.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. So why? Why is that?
I don't know why.
Well, it's a 2-part question. Why is that the perception? And 2, why are people like elated by that perception?
Well, it's a fact. Negativity grabs more attention quicker than positivity. What positivity do you really hear from Baltimore? That's why we started Rum TV. So
that's true, but
yeah.
But also we want to. I mean, if you're gonna be happy about being from here, it's nothing wrong with being happy from being from here. I'm happy to be from here, but at the same time, I think that we need to know, why are you happy to be from Baltimore? It's not because we want people to think that we tough, or because we want people to think that it's like some crazy struggle.
So why are you happy to be from here?
How you doing? Welcome to Rum TV. We got somebody on the line.
Good evening, loves. How are you?
We're good. How are you?
How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm just watching you guys and very into the show tonight. Very good topics so far.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
That's what we try. We try to get there.
Okay, I just want to touch bases on the part where you was talking about the grandparents.
Yep.
Okay.
And basically, in my opinion, I really feel as though that starts with the parents of the children, of the grandchildren. And I feel as though if the parents keep their children close to their parents, which is the children's grandparents, I think that makes a big difference as to how the relationships grow. Myself, growing up, not living with my dad, having a distant relationship with him, but always cordial because he was in the service, and I never got an opportunity to live with him. As a matter of fact, I never stepped foot in none of his homes he ever lived in. Mm-hmm. That was very touching and deep to me, but it was something I couldn't change. However, in all his traveling, being in the Air Force, whenever he came to town, back to Baltimore to visit his mom, he always made it his business to round up his kids, my sister, myself, and my stepbrother, and he made sure we seen my grandmother, and given that he wasn't living here as we were growing up, he still made it his business to make sure we had a good relationship. And we do have a good relationship, but our relationship is kind of distant. I don't see her as much, but when I do see her, it's always love, lots of love and joy. So unfortunately for some people, like you, Cortez, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, I think things could have been better if, your dad was more, more involved in making sure you had a better relationship with your grandmother. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out here like that who have strained relationships, and they don't really realize how much it affects the children, and especially once they become adults. And that is really bad because there's some grandchildren who are closer to the grandparents, and I believe there's resentment. When you got some kids who's really close to the grandparents, and some of the grandkids, there's some that's not. And then you got some who just don't even care. Mm-hmm. They can take them or leave them.
Right.
You know what? That is so true. And when you said that, you really made me revolutionize what it means to have those people in your life, because, like you just said, like, Cortez can't call somebody and get the same wisdom and knowledge that I'm getting from my grandparents because she doesn't have that relationship with them. So I'm really sorry. Like, look, you can call. I'm gonna give you the number. You can call Pop
You guess we got shit his Pop me.
Shit, my grandparents.
Yeah.
Fortunately for her, she do have a relationship with my parents.
Yeah.
Just like with my dad, she's distant from him because of his location where he lives, but she still has an opportunity. She has a close knit with my mother and my father, so she's not at a total loss.
They speak to me very beautifully, okay? Very beautifully.
Yeah,
And
you got to talk to her a certain way.
I'm serious. The communication is very important, and the way you talk to children growing up is really important. You know, if you make them feel ugly, if you make them feel not wanted, if you make them feel like you could care less whether or not they're in your life, that stuff is traumatizing, it's damaging, you know, and it makes you like, well, why would I even want to be around you, you know? So I can't necessarily...
Emotional scars.
Yeah, I can't necessarily blame the parent. It's the grandparent who made that parent. So, I mean, I ain't trying to get all like that, but my name is Cortez. I'm from Royal Urban Media, and we raw and real here, so... That's all I'm saying. But thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. Don't give me the boot just yet, because it was something else that Chris was talking about, and I wanted to touch bases on, and I kind of forgot. It was what y'all were discussing after you was talking about the grandparents.
Oh, why do people they feel like their struggle is a little bit more important because of a loss in their family or from a place that they're from?
They use negative things that happen to them to build, you know, like to fuel the hardships they've endured. And it's almost like you slighting somebody or you shaming somebody for having a good come up, you know, or upbringing.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
All right,
like,
you didn't say it like that.
It's one
That's
word,
what I was trying to say.
For that. It's one word for that, and that's being envious.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. They're just envious.
Well, I'm envious of Chris. It's like, I'm just joking.
Why? Like,
He said, see, but why?
Did you want me to have a rough upbringing?
No, it's not that I didn't want that for you. I just wish I had it. That's all. I'm glad you had it. But it's okay.
You gotta be careful what you wish for.
Why? What did you have to go through? And that's so true. But what did you have to go through to get good grandparents?
What do you mean? What did I have to go through? You know, the funny thing about you saying that is, I don't think that life happens on, you know, to anybody. Their hardships don't happen on purpose.
Okay.
You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't come into the world and God said, okay, you're not going to have good grandparents. You're not going to have this. You have different blessings that I did not have.
Really?
Yes, you did. Okay. So let's not even go into that, because when you start to measure your plate to my plate, and you need to focus on your plate and let me focus on mine.
What you eating good over there, Chris?
You know what?
Your plate is
Let me tell you something, okay?
My drink is better. I got it.
my drink is better.
Then keep on sipping then. How about that?
Yes, Lord.
Do I get to keep my straw? Yes. Okay, but all right.
Make sure you wash the glass before you drink again, okay? She crazy, man.
I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah, I was
what
just
you're
gonna
saying.
say, you know, I can't speak bad on my upbringing, but you and I both know the things I've been through. I know the things you've been through, so we really can't. You can't compare that stuff to that. That's not fair, Tease. Like,
don't do me like that. We on air.
Fair. Yo, that's not fair. That's you can't do that. You know. You really,
it's all good. It is what it is. I can't even see some of them comments right there, but hopefully,
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, we can't see. That's why
we got the camera turned sideways.
Yeah,
y'all.
I'm so sorry. We're not ignoring y'all. It's far away too. Can you see?
And I would also like to say, while y'all still have me on line, sitting here listening to myself breathe. Y'all didn't give me the memo about the jerseys tonight, so maybe next time.
Oh, that's right. You do got a jersey, don't
My
you?
bad.
Oh yeah, I did, but nobody told me to wear one.
You know, we got the real jerseys, the hard numbers. You know, I'm just kidding, Chris.
Well, whatever. My number's hard too.
I know. That's what I'm saying, Mommy. We got the same jersey, kind
look,
of.
that's KL on the live.
What's up, KL? All right, Miss Kim, thank you so much for calling in. We're not giving you the boot, but we just telling you that we appreciate you and that I'll see you later.
And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the show. Keep doing a good job. Thank you. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
No.
Chris, I need a tissue. Thank you. Stop! You gonna rip it.
All right. So what was we talking about? So
it's Freestyle Friday, so
just,
whatever.
It's just it. I wish we would have more people kind of recognize that you don't need to measure yourself to anybody else, because we all go through different things and it affects us differently. So we just have to be mindful of those things, and when we do that, allow yourself to take a moment, swallow what you're going through, and keep going, keep moving, keep being positive, build on it, and everything is going to work out and it's going to be okay.
I agree.
It starts with you and it ends with you, and you alone. So
okay. All right, Chris, what does this mean to you?
What's up?
Everybody want change, but nobody wants to change. When is that going to change?
Everybody wants change, but nobody wants to change. So when does that change? Jeez. Is this a Dr. Seuss riddle or something? Like,
no.
When you come up with this?
What do you think about it? What does that mean to you?
That is kind of like what we're going through in the world right now, and I don't want to speak for everybody when I say this, but I'm a
You
Taurus.
can speak on what majority of us are going through together.
Okay, so I'm a Taurus. I only just recently, I'm gonna say like 2019, I've been more accepting of changes, which, if anybody knows Taurus, we don't like change. I do most everything in my life the same way every time. I don't gotta get no deviation because I need to just keep it the same way. It don't bore me. I don't mind. Like, it could be the same way every time. But I've recently tried to kind of, I guess, step out of the comfort zone a little bit and do things differently. And it's kind of weird because I'm enjoying it. So as far as changes go, I've been going through a lot of changes and I'm like really kind of liking the changes. But I think that, somebody who their name, I'm gonna say, holds a little bit of weight. They had made a statement, 2 or 3 years ago, and it was exactly about this. It was about, being able to evolve and being able to change and being able to roll with the punches when things change. And it kind of spoke to, how strong you're able to become when you're able to continue to grow and be diverse when things are changing. So that's what kind of really allowed me, because I know I want to be a strong individual. So that allowed me to be accepting to changes. So that statement is what a lot of people deal with and go through, but I feel like you have to be accepting to change, good or bad. You got to be accepting to it because life is forever changing. Wow. Every second of every day.
So you like it?
I do.
I made it up myself.
For real?
Yeah.
Then it doesn't surprise me that I like it.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yes. I really do feel like that. Everybody is always talking about, we need to do this, we need this, we need this, we need that. But everybody want to be stagnant. Not everybody. A majority are stagnant, and it kind of makes me sad because like we're waiting on this change. Nobody wants to change for. So, come on now. We need some help with that. We need some encouragement. We need some leaders, some role models. Cough, cough, Mr. Marcus, Mr. Wilbur. Look at them. One on the computer, one on his phone.
We trying to be real.
We trying to be real producers.
Look, they don't get the inside joke one.
No, it's okay. I was kidding. No, I really do feel like it's Mr. Wolf, Mr. Marcus, I was just kidding. There are a lot of people actually in my circle that I would like to call out, but I'm not going to do that on this show. But I do feel like black men in Baltimore should definitely consider coming out of their show. You know, stop thinking that you can't put your mouth in certain things. Stop thinking that, you know, oh, nobody needs your help or what.
I need you to add some context to that.
I'm not.
That's broad.
Yeah, that's a very broad
That's
statement.
broad brush.
Okay,
Put your mouth in
in
certain things.
Like what? What are you saying?
like
Issues?
speak issues, yeah.
Dealing with family.
Children.
She's
Okay.
telling you to work your mouthpiece, and when she says
Absolutely.
that, she's saying that speak up for the things that you see that are
Speak
wrong.
up for things that need to be spoken
Yeah,
on.
that's what I need you to elaborate on that, because what you just said was to put
You
your
really
mouth in
have to
it.
elaborate on
Yeah.
that to really let us know what where are we going at with that.
I can do that. There's
Thank
a lot
you.
of lost children out here.
So you're saying
juveniles.
being more mentors?
Be more mentors, yes. Be
Leaders.
better examples.
Well,
Like,
we was talking about this. We was on another show.
another show,
shows
yeah.
right here in the station, and
3 shows ago. I'm sorry.
Was it 3 shows? Was this show that we talking about?
Yeah, it was 3.
About the
but it was-
mentoring, yeah, sure enough
The
was
Rex and all
because
that?
the main thing is that people are looking at us. Matter of fact, it wasn't on the show. We was in the conversation. Me and my brother was having a conversation.
oh,
with
so
some
they
other
talking about
brothers.
it again.
Yeah, we probably did. Yeah, and being that in my neighborhood, I know guys are looking, even if they're on the corner, they're looking. And then we say, well, should you feel fear? Because y'all talked about it, being afraid in your neighborhood or not. But see, it comes about the way that you walk.
Okay.
You know, it comes about the way that people perceive you and see you. So I think that it is happening, but you can only do one person at a time. Like one boy, they was in the house and they was in this abandoned house. I said, hey, come on, dogs, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because the police come up in there, they're gonna have their guns drawn, and then if they shoot one of y'all, then it's gonna be this big thing. When in actuality, you shouldn't have been in that abandoned house.
What's in
true.
the abandoned house though? What's up in there?
So,
No, they just want to just go in there and have fun. You know, go in there and just do whatever they wanted to
But
do.
sometimes that's not even safe. Think
But
you can-
it was a house that was getting fixed up.
that's
and they-
still not safe.
Right, it's still not safe. But they didn't think about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
until I said what I said.
Yeah.
And the boy been knowing me for years. He said, hey, Mr. Will, how you doing?
I
You know?
appreciate you for saying something. That's what I'm talking about.
So kids are looking. They do see you. But it's all about how you live your lifestyle. You know, they
Yeah.
see it. You know, so that's what I got to say. Thank
I
you.
appreciate that. Thank you. Chris, something on your mind?
no, I was just saying that. Just thinking
Thinking.
that that's a fact. I know. He just reminded me of when I was little. We.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
You
We-
better say that.
We played in the abandoned house more than once. Shoot, we used to play with matches, lighters.
Yeah, all that.
We used to do a ton of stuff that we ain't had no business doing, and we knew we ain't had no business doing
Right.
it. We never got caught though, and
That's a blessing.
thank God we never got pulled up by the police for it or anything like that. But I remember when I was a kid, I'd have been in a couple of abandoned houses, and living in the city, and when we moved out to the county, we been in an abandoned apartment,
Yeah.
abandoned townhouse. I don't know
Yeah.
why or how, but some odd reason they left the door open.
They
and
left the door open, baby.
one of my friends found out it was open, and somehow we just end up in there. And
Uh-oh.
And you know what? It always happens when it's cold outside.
Oh,
I
my
know
God. Yeah,
for
like,
me
right,
personally,
yeah.
like I was one of them kids. Like I seen my friends do some stupid stuff, and I was like, all right, I ain't gonna do that one. But if it was cold enough, I done went in there too.
That is crazy.
I tried to, when I was outside playing with my friends, we either playing basketball or football or whatever sport we playing, but I ain't about, when y'all get to, going into somebody's house, nah, I'm not with that one.
Man, I wish I got to run with my brothers like that.
Yeah, nah.
That's pretty cool.
You said it's pretty
Look,
Yeah,
honestly,
I've always been that
Not for the
Tom
type of
girl.
girls, not for the type of girls.
You ain't need to be in there. You ain't need to be in there.
Oh wait, like
'Cause-
fast girls? Girls. What?
When they do that, it ain't happening.
Well, come on now. We need to elaborate. Y'all told me to elaborate.
Sometimes that might have been
Been the
going
case.
on, but it wasn't always that though.
Right,
Like
you
we
just-
See, and look how y'all just trying to make it out to be.
when I was in there, you ain't know what was gonna be going on in there till you got in there, and he was like, well, this is why I don't go in there with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, and then sometimes it would be y'all just chilling. It was cool. You know, we was getting warm or whatever. They playing with something in there that they don't got no business playing with. But at the end of the day, it's warmer in here than it is out there. So, and we ain't want to go in the house. And you know, ain't nobody, you know, when you with your boys, man, y'all just... Exactly. And, but at the same time...
Oh, my gosh.
That's how you end up getting in trouble. So, I mean,
being a follower.
It is what it is. Yeah, that's why I could tell y'all stories. But we don't got time. Yeah, I was going to say, no, we don't got time for that today. But
all right, I do want to ask, Lexington Market, have you shopped there?
Yeah, I actually shopped there. Well, I haven't in a while, but the last time I did, I was like 18 or 19. I was working at Shoe City on Monument Street. Yep.
Wow.
And actually,
is that Lexington Market?
That's Novice, but the last time I shopped at Lexington Market, I was working at the Shoe City on Monument Street.
Wow.
Now, yeah. Now,
he like, yeah.
Inside, Passion Park.
Yeah.
Passion Park on the corner. You was there when it became a bigger store.
Yes,
right.
I worked at that Shoe City in 2014, 15, and 16. Yeah.
Wow.
Rite Aid was gone. It used to be Rite Aid.
Rite Aid was gone.
Right.
Well,
y'all teaching me something.
Because I was at that time. See, the Shoe City wasn't in Shoe City yet. It was Eileen's when you talked about
Eileen's.
Yes, Eileen.
The young boy gonna teach you something.
I forgot about Eileen's.
It was Eileen's back then.
But what was Eileen's?
Just a shoe store.
So
it was a shoe store
before
it became
Eileen's,
Shoe City.
Before it became Shoe City, it used to be Eileen's.
And this was in Baltimore. On what street?
Shoe City. Shoe City.
Street.
Actually, we should be shouting them out because Shoe City is actually a Baltimore store.
Right?
That is only in Baltimore. You can't find Shoe City anywhere else.
Shoe City.
Now, Shoe City is
Your
expanding.
city?
I know they in Annapolis now.
Shoe City.
They do got one in Virginia.
That's
So
what's
they
up.
moving out.
But they originated in Baltimore.
Right.
Okay, and when were you gonna tell me this?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You just told me. I'll let you off the hook.
Style.
That's pretty dope to know, though. Thank you for that.
You know what? Shout out to Shoe City. I still love Shoe City.
Yeah.
Yo was a manager up in there. He
Stop
was bossing them around.
Yo, stop telling all my
That's
business.
something to be proud of, okay?
That was a long time ago.
It's something to be proud of. It was a long time ago. You should definitely be talking about it.
You
was younger.
Yeah.
A manager, 18.
I probably walked up in there and gave you a hard time.
You probably did.
I said, man, these prices too high.
I done worked at every Shoe City in Baltimore, every single one. So
Yeah.
What?
I've worked at all of them.
Yeah.
Chris.
I'm serious. Yeah, between doing inventories or they needing a manager at the store.
That is what's up. See, it is things that I don't know. That's what's up. Hey, shout out to Chris, y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, Chris. That's actually pretty dope.
But yeah,
Lexington Market.
So I have not been there in a while, and
You
it's
good,
funny.
Mr. Marcus?
I rolled through there a couple months ago, and it don't even look the same. To be honest with you, like
I thought they were tearing it down or supposed to be rebuilding it, or are they rebuilding
they're going
it?
to,
Okay.
yeah, they have to.
I hope it's not gonna be no rats.
I was just gonna say that's what it was when I was going there. It was bad, which kind of was disappointing to me, and that just speaks to everything we talk about on here, but that we want to kind of throw some fire under the people in power to fix these things, and I'm glad that they're gonna fix it and renovate it and make it nicer. Because man, Lexington Market is it is Baltimore. Like that is the one of like the staples of Baltimore is Lexington Market. I mean, one of my exes, her dad used to tell us stories about the great things and the crazy things, the eventful things in his life that happened at the Lexington Market. If we didn't have Lexington Market, these things wouldn't be a story to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the history of Baltimore has so much to do with that place. So yeah, it's definitely and if you really do your history of what it was before it became Lexington Market, like it's so important to everything about Baltimore. So yeah, definitely.
It was major in the economy. was selling meats and
Yep.
fish and other stuff. It was a real
it was way bigger than like what it is to the economy today. Yeah, way bigger. Like Baltimore wouldn't be Baltimore without it. That big.
That's where you went at to get
everything.
Man, I remember that was one of the oh my God, they had the best fruit salads I've ever had in my whole life.
And the peanut stand. Remember the peanut
it's kind of like
no.
It used to be on the outside. It used to be on the outside. The peanut guy used to be on the outside.
It's so many things you see. Like you gotta really appreciate the city, but I know for me personally, I always kind of entertain this to like the hot dog stands in New York. If you ever been to New York and walked around New York, it's tons of hot dog stands everywhere on the corner.
Pick the right one. Lord have mercy.
No, almost any hot dog stand for me. The hot dog, that's a staple to me. That's a staple in New York.
Yeah, me and Marcus tried a hot dog one night. We was homeless in New York, and this mix station, we gonna say it like it is. We was homeless in New York. We went to where we ate hot dogs. That thing was so terrible. I said, "What in the world is this mess?"
Well,
I'm not giving up for New York for them hot dog stands. Forget that.
What part of New York was you in?
Right underneath Madison
Madison Square Garden. Yeah. Because we at the train station, the bus station. We came from the bus station walking in that area and all that.
So anytime I went, I was always with my grandmother, and it's like a tradition.
She must have picked the right stand.
I guess we did because it was in Manhattan.
Manhattan, that's why. Yeah.
And
Mr. Wilbur, come back.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Me. Mr. Wilbur, are you guys from here? Are you from New York?
No, we're from B-More, baby.
You're from here.
People from Baltimore don't say B-More.
And then you left to go to New York?
We went up there for our cousin's birthday party and got stranded.
And decided to stay.
Oh, no, it wasn't our fault we decided to stay. Just, you know,
so how did y'all get
matter of fact, Greyhound went on strike that night. So we were stuck overnight. It was just crazy, man. It was like a night. We told our cousin Steven, go home, man. We good. And next thing we know, the buses, we found out they was on strike, and our fare didn't work, and we had to go. We would say, well, let's try to catch the train. And it was raining on top of that, so we walking around like homeless, and we was
but y'all had money, though.
Oh, we had money.
Oh, okay. You made me and my viewers
There wasn't
think
no Lyft or Uber back then.
that you guys were homeless.
We weren't gonna catch a Lyft or Uber all the way from New York to Baltimore. That would be nonsense.
That's a $200 Lyft.
Hello. They would enjoy that ride.
I was gonna say.
So we waited till the Chinese the Chinese bus in the morning. We didn't get home till like 12, 1 o'clock.
Wow.
And y'all was all soaking wet.
I want to go to New York.
Well, no, we would drive because it was like on and off. Then we tried to go to Planet Fitness, try to get dry.
Planet Fitness was open?
Yeah, 24 hours. You know, Planet Fitness. Yeah, this before the pandemic.
Oh, this is recently.
No, right now, this happened, last year?
Oh.
18, yeah, 2018. Yep, it's right before we got in the car accident.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Marcus. But wow, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
and we was stranded there. Went there for our cousin
let me
Steven.
also say this, though. Back to the hot dogs.
Go ahead.
The hot dogs today is
to the
not
hot
like
dogs.
what it was when I was like...
That hot dog stand, that dude was terrible. Whoever that dude was, I should have got his name and put him out there.
Go ahead.
He was terrible.
Get your hot
He
dogs
was right
in
there in front
Manhattan.
of the train station. He was terrible.
Get them from Manhattan, don't get them from nowhere else.
That was just terrible. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. We was trying to eat. We was hungry. We had we slept on the train station steps.
They got New York got really good hot dogs and really good pizza. Chicago has good pizza. I can't remember. I had something else in Chicago. I can't even think of what it was. Everybody know you go to Philly for cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteaks, right.
think
That's a
so?
war. The CEO just said
now it's
that
a couple,
be more cheesesteaks.
It's a couple places.
Hopkins from back in the day.
Where's Hopkins at?
The new Hopkins. Straight.
Hopkins, where's that at?
Now, when I can eat, I'll try that out. It's on Miami Street, right? It's a Struggle Cross, right before the market.
Okay.
Across the
I like
street.
your accent.
It was right there because No Feast Market is right there.
No, I know what you're talking about now.
And it's right. It's always been on that corner. The big cheesesteaks,
He
right?
said the big cheese.
I don't know if I ever. I just don't remember the name. I know I've been there. Though.
Oh, you know, because if you worked at what's the name, you got a cheesesteak from
I'm
there.
pretty sure I did.
I know you
just
did because you
don't-
ain't go over to Miami House. It was like two. Well, yeah, the next block up because y'all was in one block, and if you walked across Collington, then Hopkins was
Yeah.
in that block, and right before you, right? Because Duncan,
It's been that
and
long.
then you went.
It's
Yeah,
been
it's
that
been that
long.
long. It's always been there though. It always been.
All right.
there.
Well, you know what? Then tomorrow I'm gonna just have to go get one. Then.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, Lord. And I'm gonna let y'all know.
Mr. Marcus
Yeah.
want one too.
But don't you gonna go too? Can we do it for Tuesday show? Y'all want to do that for Tuesday show?
I can't eat none.
Oh. Yo,
I can't eat it. So you know,
When you gonna be able to eat real food?
I can eat real food, but it would be
You
a
can't-
waste of
it gotta
time.
be
It'd be
portioned.
so small for me to eat that
He gonna take a
cheesesteak.
half. He gonna take a half a bite.
A half a bite, and
Hold
that's
up.
gonna be it.
Did you watch Tom and Jerry as a kid? You know the little mouse
The
nibbles.
little mouse nibbles. That's how it is. That's how I'm eating that.
Hey, yo.
I can only eat
Okay.
Jello and parade, and even with the parade stuff, it's hard for me to eat. But I'm good.
so sorry to hear
but I'm
that.
just saying, Northeast Market was a blessing from back in the day.
Man, they got the little pretzels, the pretzel joint inside of there.
Yeah,
It's better than Auntie Annie's. I'm not lying to you.
yeah.
It's better than Auntie
It is.
Annie's.
It is. What about you? Remember the
better than the
Utz?
Great Cookie. Yup.
Would you remember the Utz
Yup.
stand? The
It's a
woman,
Utz-
she's gone now. She's gone.
Dang,
She's not
for
there.
real?
No more. Yeah, they been left.
Yo.
Utz been left. You used to
Yo,
get
the
the big
tur-
tan with the real Utz chip.
It's
Yeah,
a
oh my
Chinese.
gosh.
It's a
Oh,
Chinese
no.
spot in there. The teriyaki chicken.
Was off
Is
the
it real
chain.
chicken?
It's real chicken.
It ain't real
Yeah.
rat,
Do you remember?
real dog.
I'm gonna tell you,
No.
she be running out. So if it was real rat, she
Yeah,
doing
I don't
something
think she
wrong.
run out. Do you remember the $1 sub? The $1 sub.
from where?
The $1 sub. What was the guy's name? Marcus. He used to be on the other side from the chicken place. Cause you had the chicken place right there. You went through the first door, like you coming up Miami Street. They've been there forever.
I don't
And
think I
then
ever
it was
had
the,
that.
yeah, the guy. I think he's gone now.
Man,
I think they've been gone.
look, I used to try to calculate my checks because all I wanted to do was to be able to buy my lunch.
Yeah, hey,
So
hello.
I had to bring lunch. To
I know
work.
that's right, man.
And when
You didn't want to eat
I
tuna
used-
fish every day,
Yeah,
huh?
man. I used to come up because I had to take the buses to work.
Yeah.
You know, because when I was working at Monument Street, I was living in Essex or over West.
Oh
with
yeah,
my dad. So I had to take the bus.
Yeah. Especially
Wow.
Essex. So you was paying the lower 10-cent fee to go
10
out to
cent,
Essex
no,
for the zones. Remember the zones?
No, we didn't have no zones back then, or at that time. It was
Just straight,
$3.60.
just straight.
That was a bus pass. So
Oh,
it was
wow.
I had to either pay $4 or if I had to change, it was exactly $3.60.
Wow.
You had your all day pass.
Oh, they passed.
You
Right,
got-
right. You
know,
got everywhere. Right,
Swiping
right.
once to go to work. Swipe, but I got smart because it was like $160 to go one way. So I paid $160 to go to work and $160 back home because I had to go to Wells. I was going to work and back home.
Back
That was
home,
it.
and that was it. Yeah.
I said, let me save my 40 cents. Let's go.
I know that's right, man. Shut.
Look.
I can get a sandwich
Add
with
that,
that.
but you
Shut.
add that to
Look,
your
by the end of the week, I done saved $2.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
We was struggling for real.
Wow, boy, that's some
But
good
yeah,
times, man.
yeah, I don't remember. If I knew about $1 sub, y'all know.
Cause the dollar sub, that
I'd
dude was
got
selling
that
that
dollar
dollar
sub
sub
every
back
day.
then. He was selling that sub back
I
then.
used to
You
look-
should have just walked across the alley right there.
No,
and
I
you've
used
been
to
at the dollar
because
thing.
I don't know if you know Sam, but it's a guy. His name is Sam. He used to work across the street at the Foot Locker.
Yeah,
I
the
used to
Foot
go
Locker. Mhm.
across the street with Sam. We would just rap because if I ain't had no money to get lunch, I would just talk to him for my break.
Right.
Just to get out the store, you know.
Yeah, that was busy, man. Back then, Miami Street was killing.
man. Yo.
Oh my God, it was like a mecca. It's like all day long till the end.
For Easter,
Woo!
for Black
have
Friday,
mercy.
and for Christmas. When I tell you, when that shift was over, and I always, for whatever reason, always had to pull an all day shift for all of them. Your feet hurt.
I know
so
you was hurting.
bad. At the end of that, I mean, you be walking around the store like
Limping
like you just came back from Vietnam.
with a thorn in
Hey,
his
Prince,
side.
I'm sorry. Do you remember the dude at Eileen's that was there forever?
No, because it wasn't Eileen's when I was there.
So it became Foot Locker. So Eileen's
Shoe
was gone.
City.
I mean, Shoe City.
Yeah,
became Shoe
remember
City.
that? Okay,
Right, 'cause
it was
remember the
Eileen's
dude
back in
that was there, Marcus, all the time.
2 or 3.
Yeah, the black guy. He was named Allen, so he
You
probably
making me older than I am.
I'm sorry. I keep thinking you're not our age. I'm sorry.
He's very mature, ain't he?
Is he right? And I keep thinking like I'm talking to you. Like I'm like, yeah, you remember then, right? You remember?
His
no,
dad
I don't
probably
remember.
know.
Then,
I was gonna say I've worked with people who work with them, but I don't know them.
Yeah, he probably was gone by the time it became Shoe City, though.
Yeah.
He was gone. I think it became Shoe City when it was still Eileen's in there. Then they branched off when Rite Aid left to get our building.
Right.
And but you came when it was the Rite Aid took over. Right. That was good.
Well,
Man. That was good.
when I came, it was Shoe City.
I mean, Shoe
officially.
City, yeah, physically, right there.
The Rite Aid, I know about the Rite Aid, but
Right.
that was long gone.
18.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Let's
okay.
the show. I'm sorry. I'm just
forgot
messing
we
with
was
you.
on
We forgot
the
we was on the show. I forgot. You can't even see me. You see who is that talking? He's just talking. I'm the producer, the real producer.
It's all good, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to Royale Urban Media, Rum TV with your girl Cortez and your guy
Chris,
We can't be raw, we can't be real. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Gang, gang.
did it already come?
Just end it.